If you're watching this video, you're probably just like me. Made a bunch of different mistakes and felt dumb about it, but you still want to get better. Well, that's me too. I know that can be tough or that can be rough to hear, but honestly, that is just the start. It is the start of your beginning. One of my biggest problems in life is sticking with something that I love doing before it gets bigger, before it gets better. Sometimes I want to do something and I don't ever get myself to do it because I give up on it after I've done it like a couple times. But I want to do it, but then I just don't stick with it. And you need to stick with something to be consistent and to see fruits come forth from it. Just like a tree, you can't give up on a tree one year just because you didn't see any fruit come from it. But the more you trim it, the more you fertilize it and take care of it, the more fruits you will see come from that tree. And you'll see good fruits come from that tree, not bad fruits. These kind of videos can be really hard to make because though I acknowledge my weaknesses, I don't always want to acknowledge it. And I don't want to tell the whole world, but here I am, telling the whole world. I feel like I can be my biggest enemy. I want to do the things that I want to do, but it is me who holds me back from doing the things that I still want to do. And it comes with consistency. I realize a lot of these things do come from insecurities because a lot of the times I want to say the perfect words or the perfect sentence, and it mostly comes from fear. And it's the fear of people judging me and telling me something that they think is right or that or they think that is wrong and that I shouldn't be saying these things or I shouldn't be encouraging these things or ideas or whatnot. But I realized America, that's what's so special about America, is that we live in a country where we can say the things that we want to say without it like inciting violence, of course. But if we have an opinion and there's truth behind it, or we see the truth in it, why not express that truth? And that, I guess, that is where, I find my biggest struggle is in the fear of it all, the fear of the backlash from hearing from other people. But that fear holds me back from doing the things that I ultimately want to do. And part of the journey in life is overcoming that fear and knowing that you will get judged. It's just a matter of fact. You're always going to be judged and people are always going to have a negative opinion, but not everyone will have a negative opinion. Everyone will have a negative opinion, but not everyone will have a negative opinion. So I have to think about that sometimes and realize that there are people that do see the work that I do and that they do believe. And it's not just about myself, but it is about others and what, they might be thinking in their head that they might agree with and they wanted somebody else to say it. Like they wanted somebody else to say it out loud instead of it just lingering in their head all the time. Sometimes I'm afraid that whatever it is that I'm doing or working out or working on just isn't going to succeed. And that is another fear that creeps in and tells me that I shouldn't be doing something. But honestly, it's like you have one life to live and it's so short. So why not take your life that you have and use it for something? Because you're gonna fail in life, Like Einstein, he failed over and over and over again, but he learned from his failures. And your failure is your journey to success. One thing I realized about success is that success comes with consistency. You have to be consistent if you want to see the success or the things that you want to see in life, the things that are going to bring forth that fruit. You have to be consistent with it. Most of the time, my mind is telling me, that's stupid, that's dumb. People don't want to hear that. People don't want to see that. People are going to think that you're an idiot for posting that. But I need to learn how to sometimes just not care, because caring too much can be your biggest enemy. Caring about the thoughts of other people can be your biggest enemy that holds you back. And that, for me, is one of my biggest things, is that I'm so afraid of what people are going to say about me. But, sometimes it's just worth saying, because that one person out there wants to hear somebody else say it, wants to hear what they're thinking in their head, but they want somebody else to say it too. One thing I do on my channel is, I dabble around in politics sometimes. And I never really liked politics. I never wanted to be involved in politics. But I realized, sometimes in life that it's not that you want to be involved in politics, but politics want to be involved with you. And that part's crazy, because I don't want to be a part of politics, but your whole life and politics are surrounded by your core beliefs, what it is you believe in, the the philosophy you subscribe to, the transcendent thoughts that you think about depend ultimately result in your political view, which can be sometimes intimidating, because you have to think about so much. You have to examine yourself and examine your thoughts, go deep inside of your mind and say, why do I believe what I believe? I guess that's why I made this channel. It's because I have so many thoughts all the time, and I want to express those thoughts. But sometimes I know those thoughts aren't all right. But then again, I also get feedback from people that see it from a different point of view or perspective. And then when they do say those things, I kind of learn more, because I learn about what other people say, and then I also learn about opposing opinions that people have towards my own opinion. And that can be really useful sometimes. Yeah. I'm trying to work on looking straight into the camera. Sometimes I look off to the side, and it's because I'm trying to gather my thoughts and get them out in my mouth. So sometimes I don't look at the camera, and it's because I'm just thinking out loud. I can't tell you how many times I hold myself back just because someone told me that that's a bad idea, or you shouldn't do that, or why would you say that? God uses fools for his glory. He will use some of the dumbest people for the glory of his name. For example, you have David. He wasn't the smartest man, but he also was used by God. I know that we want to think King David was a great person, and I'm not saying he wasn't a great person. People knew about David, and there's so much written about him. But at the same time, he was still human, and he made those mistakes of lusting after women when he had so much power, and he had so many things that he was in authority of, but he gave his authority unto women, which was one of the most idiotic things that he could have done for himself to ruin his reputation and ruin his spirit from the inside. But the one thing that he did is he kept trying, and he also was loyal to God. He always asked for forgiveness all the time. So he kept trying and trying and trying. And that reminds me of the Proverbs, where it says, a wise man will fall 1,000 times, but he will get back up. I don't remember the exact scripture, but I'll probably edit it in this video. But a wise man will, fall over and over and over again, but he'll just keep on picking himself back up and going out there and just trying to do it again. And that's where I'm at in life. I mess up a lot. I make mistakes in the things that I want to do, or the things that I say. Sometimes I post a video and it's absolutely stupid, and other times I'll post a video and it's absolutely brilliant. And it doesn't come down to the views. It comes down to how many people I'm helping. And I want to help people. And it's not about how many people I'm helping, but am I helping people? Am I helping you guys see a different side to the story? Am I helping expose you to things that you didn't previously think about before? Am I delivering you guys good quality content that helps your life? Will this aid your life? Will this benefit you guys in any way? I was talking about posting something and, it might look foolish or something, but I realized we have these lives and it's like, would I rather spend my life just not doing it, or would I rather my life trying to do it and see some type of outcome versus just not doing it and not having any outcome at all? Because I know that I'm going to make mistakes in the future, but the one thing that you won't catch me doing is giving up, because I can't give up. I have to keep pushing through, and it's because I want to. I don't want to give up, because I do want to do it. I want to do it. Another thing that I do is that when something doesn't work out, or something doesn't go as expected, I usually want to shut down, and you'll catch me not wanting to show up. And I realize showing up for the day is half of the battle. Somebody needs to talk to you because you were just meant to be in their life. Sometimes showing up is just the best thing that you can do. Sometimes people need to talk to you because you were the one that was supposed to show up. Maybe God had someone in your life that he needed you to talk to, and you were that one person. Sometimes just getting up for the day and doing it is just enough, because sometimes you're gonna fail, and that's okay, because when you fail, you learn how to do it better. So get out there and just do it and get better at it. That's the best advice I can give you guys. Get out there, try, do it. If you fail, then just keep on trying again, because if you keep on trying again, you won't continue to fail. Not unless you want to fail. But if you try with the intentions of wanting to do it better, I promise you will get better at doing whatever it is that you're doing. Perseverance develops character. Also, show up being the best version of your character you could possibly be. Be the best version of you when you show up. No one wants to see the worst version of you, nor are you beneficial if you're the worst version of you. So show up with the best version of yourself. Show up with an attitude that your willingness, your lovingness, and just a good attitude. That alone goes a really long way with anything and everything that you do. If it's one thing in life that I've learned to do, is learn from others instead of just listening to what they're saying and then one ear and out the other, or just not wanting to listen to what they're saying. But take the experience that someone has gathered, because to you it's knowledge and wisdom, but to them it's just experience that they've been through it before, they've done it, and they know a little bit of truth that they're just trying to help you out. And sometimes you have to decipher whether that person is giving you advice, telling you the wisdom that they want to have, or if they're just trying to make fun of you. If they're just trying to make fun of you, then that's a different story. You don't have to listen to someone make fun of you. But if listen to what they're actually trying to say to you, and if they're trying to give you good advice, then listen. Listen to their experience, because they've done it before and they're trying to help you avoid mistakes in the future. And that's wisdom. Sometimes I think that we self-sabotage ourselves because we think that we're better than we are sometimes, but then when it comes time to actually doing it, we kind of get scared and back down, and that can be self-sabotage towards ourselves. Tell me in the comments the one thing that you want to do the most, and tell me the thing that is holding you back from doing that thing. Life is a journey, man. And sometimes you're just going to have to walk it. And when you get to that fork in the road, you're just going to have to make a decision on which way to go. You can't just stand at the fork in the road and just sit there contemplating the rest of your life which way you're going to go. Just pick left or right. I can't tell you how many times I overthink something. Like this morning, I was like, or maybe last night, I was like, what am I going to eat? And then I went through like a million recipes in my head of like how it would turn out better. And by the time I was done thinking, I was like, I'm not even cooking. Like, I'm still hungry and I'm overthinking my meal. Like, sometimes overthinking can be my biggest setback, is because I'll overthink something for it to be absolutely perfect. But we're not perfect. We're not perfect human beings. We're never going to be perfect. We can't finish perfect, but we can at least do it. We can at least get some of it or something done that will make it, and just finish it. Like, if you finish it, at least it's done. Like, it's not perfect, but maybe it's done. And that's sometimes in life, that's all you possibly can do. Because you can finish it. It might not be absolutely perfect to the T or the detail, but at least you got something done. That's where I'm at in life. Sometimes I just need to get it done. I guess that's why they call it AI slop. It's because it tastes good when you're hungry, and there's a lot of it to go around, but there's a whole lot of other food that is way more beneficial to eat and tastes way better, and someone took a lot more time to prepare it. Yeah. Anyways, that's the rest of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourselves, and remember, lock in. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.